This is Internet Business Mastery, episode 87.
In a world where bosses control your life and thoughts of escape fill your mind, where inspiration seems dead and cynicism rules the masses, you have a desire to break free. You feel the need to take control. Now, there exists a place where the secrets of freedom and wealth are given to those who believe. InternetBusinessMastery.com. Free your mind.
Hello and welcome to Internet Business Mastery online at InternetBusinessMastery.com. I'm Sterling.
And I'm Jay.
And we're here to help you escape the 9-to-5 and live the lifestyle of your dreams by turning your life's passion into a profitable internet business, even if you're just getting started today. On this episode of Internet Business Mastery, we have an internet business success story interview with Academy member Tom Sasnauskas. Hopefully that's the right way of saying it.
Sasnauskas.
And in the quick tip, we have a tool to help you stay laser focused and productive while working. Now, we'd also like to remind you that if you'd like to get a jump start on creating your own profitable internet business using our proven system, you can claim your risk-free trial membership to the Internet Business Mastery Academy by going to freeaudiogift.com. So, Jay, what's been going on lately?
Well, I've got a niche idea for somebody listening. They should take this idea and run with it. And this is free of charge.
I'm not sure I want you to give it out. I might use it.
Oh, really?
Okay, no, go ahead. I got enough on my freaking plate.
You're like, never mind. I'm working enough as it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
all right, what do you got?
As you know, the last couple, and as we mentioned on the show, last couple months, we've wanted to get this live version of our show, a live video, so like live web TV video version of Internet Business Mastery going, and we knew that would probably be through something like Ustream, and I've been doing some of that on my own for my Mastering New Media show, but the complexity goes up exponentially when you've got two different people that you're trying to remotely put together. And we wanted to do something a lot more interesting than just throwing Uvu on the screen with two talking heads. And, we, as usual, through the woods with our machete, or the jungle with our machete, trying to figure out how to do new things. And, here we are a couple months or more later and still trying to put some pieces together. And it's just, more time than we really wanted to spend. It's something we really want to do, but given the value that we put on our time, spending all this time figuring these things out has just been a real pain. And
it's like, why is it that everything we want to do with technology is fascinating and advanced as it is, every time we want to do something, it's out of the realm of being able to do it now.
Yeah.
We got to pull out the machete and go into the jungle alone. But here it is.
And there might be somebody listening to this screaming out going, oh, wait, there's such and such solution. And, there are some really high-end expensive solutions, but obviously we want to figure out a cost-effective one. So, just to be cost-effective for ourselves, but also so we can teach people a cost-effective way. The everyday small business entrepreneur, solopreneur, or just a few people in his company kind of person could do this kind of thing. Now, some people... So anyway, what I'm getting at here is this is just reminding me a lot of 4 years ago when this thing called podcasting showed up on my radar, and I started looking around, and all that could be found was just smatterings of geeky blog posts and forum posts and trying to decide who was really, getting it figured out and who was just blowing smoke, and how to piece all these different bits of information together from disparate sources. And, it's really frustrating. And then when I put up a tutorial site, I immediately got tons of traction because finally somebody was speaking to the everyday person, giving quality info in one place. And, that launched a whole business for me, and then led indirectly to internet business, directly even to Internet Business Mastery. And I think that this whole live media thing on the internet has a definite place for not only entertainment, for business as well. And some people might be thinking, well, why would you ever do that? In fact, somebody said this, I think it was Mark Mason on Twitter today, was saying, well, why do you need a live TV, web TV show if people just want to be able to download it and listen to it like whenever they want, if time shifted. And it's true that time shifting is predominantly popular. People love to be able to download and take it on the go, listen at the time of their choosing, in the place of their choosing, using whatever device they want. But there's a real downside to the podcasting time shifted thing, and that is that when it comes to getting, there's no live interaction. There's a different energy there, when you're not interacting live with your audience. And I think there is something lost when you aren't on a regular basis interacting with people directly in your market. But even more importantly, maybe, is the fact that when you have people on the line live, like with the teleseminar or webinar, the ability, the sales power that's there, the ability to get them to take action now because they're sitting down paying attention to you, hopefully in a place where they could click a link right away, is much more powerful than giving a call to action out on an audio podcast. And so I think there's huge value in a business or a brand looking at doing a live web TV type component to their media and content creation and content marketing. And, from there, then obviously you can turn a video version into an audio version and turn that into a text version, and all the things that we like to do with syndicating it and all the formats and channels possible can branch out from there. And that's probably a whole episode right there. In fact, we should make a note to maybe talk about
definitely
that some more. But the point being here is, I think there's a need here, and somebody who's got the interest and the background and the desire to go out there and look at the tools. I mean, there's Ustream and there's Livestream and there's Justin.tv and there's VidBlaster and there's another one that we were looking at, and there's this Webcam Max. And how do you do it with one person? How do you do it with two people? What if you want a round table of 4 or 5 people? How do you route the audio in the right way? Because we're talking about live video, is your CPU strong enough to handle the processing? Is your internet bandwidth strong enough? How do you get good quality? How do you up the production value? Because I think very quickly just the talking head on Ustream is not going to be enough for a serious brand. So all those questions are stuff that I would have gladly paid, that both of us would have gladly paid to have somebody, we would have spent several $100s on a course if somebody would have said, here's how you do it, and we could have been up and going in a couple weeks rather than here we are 2 months later and still trying to dot a few I's and cross a few T's in it. And so there you go. Somebody listening to this out there, we just gave you, I think, a killer niche idea. Yeah,
definitely take it. Unfortunately, it's too late for us, but if it's good, we'll definitely check it out. And if you go through the academy and figure out how to do it, we'll have you on a show.
So speaking of niche ideas, we've got a new internet business success story interview with somebody with an interesting niche, and I know we've had a lot of people asking for more of these interviews, and so we listened, and we're going to be lining more of them up. So let's go ahead and dive into this interview with Tom.
And now, the features segment.
All right, so we're excited to be back on the mic with another interview here. We've had great feedback from past Cubicle Escape and Internet Business Success and Grill the Guru interviews that we've had the opportunity to do on the podcast, and of course the extended versions going to the Academy. And today's interview came about because we did a survey recently about the Academy, and as we like to do every once in a while, get some feedback on what's going well, what we could do better, etc. And today's guest, gave some great feedback, and then kind of gave a little update on what he was up to, and then very cleverly, I guess you'll have to tell us if this was on purpose or not, included a name and email at the bottom. Like, this sounds interesting. We should talk to him more, maybe do an interview. So I immediately shot an email over, and we started a dialogue and found out some things that he was up to, and decided indeed we thought it would be great for the community to kind of hear what he had going on, some of the success stories that he's had. And so that's how today's interview came about. And also in last episode, we shared a comment from today's guest about the success they were having with the mastermind group. So we're going to talk a little bit with him about that in the extended version for the Academy. But with that, we'll go ahead and welcome to the call in this interview today, Tom Sasnauskas?
Yes, that's correct.
I said it
Sasnauskas.
I said it way better the first time when we were before.
You can just say Tom.
Or Tom Saz.
There you go.
Some people like to refer to you as. So, Tom, thank you very much for joining us and taking some time to share your story with the community. So let's just first off start and have you tell us a little bit about how you got into internet business and this thing called information marketing.
Okay. Well, basically, I've been working. I have my own business. I've had it it'll be 8 years this March, and it's basically an IT consulting business based in Chicago. And I've been going along